And good morning. This morning, at some point today, I will post, this video that you guys are seeing now once all goes well. So if you see it, all went well. So for myself today, for my Valentine's gift to myself, I will be doing my entire wash day, with a couple extra steps I supposed to do all the time, but I don't. Right now, the reason my hair looks the way it looks is because it is full of my pre-poo treatment, and that is with aloe. Plain old aloe. I've used 2 big leaves of it, and I just coat my hair with it. I'm going to leave this on for another about 10 minutes because it was on for about 5 minutes already. And once that's finished, I'll go and wash this out, do my shampoo, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so I'm back. This is freshly washed hair. Yes, I know the shrinkage is real. But from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to part my hair along here and along here. This is in preparation to putting in my twists, which is my go-to protective style, and I find it works like better than most other styles. It really works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, as I said, I'm going to part it along the middle. Then when I have these two halves, I'm going to part these halves in half. So I'm going to have 4 sections at my hair. So that's basically what I'm going to go ahead and do. So let's go. And voila. So now all of my twists are finished, and I really want to get into this very important part of the video. Now this video initially just really made it not just to like walk you through very briefly my hair routine like for my wash day, but also to let you guys know there are really some things that have helped me retain length, retain healthiness. I mean, don't let a shrinkage like get you. I have actually made like grown my hair a lot within the past, I would say, 2 months. There are some basic things basically that help with that. One of them is keep your hair in a satin bonnet, something satin, something silk. Keep your hair in a satin or silk bonnet to help keep that moisture. If you don't have a satin bonnet, satin pillowcase. Just keep your hair away from materials like cotton that are going to draw the moisture away from it. You want to keep that material on it that is going to encourage moisture to stay where you want it in your hair. Number 2, what you also want to do is to protective style your hair. Your hair is going to love you for it. Find a protective style that works for you. Now that would be a whole other another different video when I have to tell you guys like there are certain styles you think are protecting your hair, but they're really not. My number 1 rule and main rule for any protective style is zero tension. If you have tension on your hair strands, it's not a protective style. And that's that. Number 3, leave it alone. It is tempting to deal your hair every morning to get up the next morning and say, ooh, it's looking fuzzy, let me start over, let me do something else, and every couple of days be doing something different with your hair. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Good. And I mean, generally, just make sure your scalp is really healthy. I mean, that's where I heard an analogy the other day. I can't remember from whom, but I did hear an analogy the other day, and it was like, your scalp is like the soil of it's like soil. If you have good soil, you're going to get good produce. Your produce here for being your hair. So make sure your scalp is really, really healthy and find oils that work for you. Me personally, I use a concoction of oils. Yeah, a whole concoction, trust me. And this is not all. And the thing is, I don't just use them by squeezing each bottle into my head. What I do is I get some rosemary and I heat it up in a dry pan so I can just like start to activate the oils inside of the, just give it a quick heat up. Then I get it into this little bad boy here. You can still see some rosemary at the bottom. I don't know if you can, or somewhere you see some rosemary's in there. Then I put it into this bottle and I let this bottle sit in a well like sunny area for about 2 weeks. Now what that does is basically infuse my oils with the rosemary. Another way to actually do that would be to get a small pan, put your oils into the pan with the rosemary and let it just steep, not boil, steep for a little while. And that actually would also give you the same results. Yeah, and I find that this rosemary oil, honestly, it is a lifesaver. Ooh, looking here, just remembered. This is your friend, water. You need to have water. Like anytime you're dealing with your hair, do not deal with your hair from bone dry. Even when I go to unpick this, I will have my trusty oil on hand to unpick my hair. I'll make sure my fingertips are lubricated and I work my way from the ends to the roots of my hair. So yeah, and that's basically like just basic steps. And as I said, for the protective styles, don't be fooled. Not all protective styles are protective. There are some styles that can still work, and there are ways to make them work more protectively, but there are some styles you really should stay away from. Really. As I said, zero tension. You don't want any tension in your hair, Strandz, especially if you have fine hair. You may look at your hair and go, oh, my hair is so thick. No, you have a lot of hair, that's the volume of it. But the actual strands in themselves, they are fine. Then you see other persons who their strands are thick. You look at their strand of hair and it looks like a piece of twine. You look at your strand of hair and it looks like a piece of silk thread that if you blow on it too hard, it gonna pop. You have fine hair. Tension does not work, especially for fine hair. So yeah, that's basically it. I kind of, that's it. I kind of hope you really did enjoy the video. I always feel myself when my hair is all done. Yeah, and I know it looking like I don't have no hair, but girls, y'all don't know. My hair, like literally, it is retaining some massive length, and I'm super impressed. I'm super impressed. So that was a little bit of video. If you guys are looking forward to see the tips on the protective styles or not protective styles, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up down below. Look for that subscribe button right there. Yep, see it? Click it. Make sure your bells are turned on so that you see every single time I upload. I do hair care, skincare, music, yeah, so just look through for it. And there are also some other ladies on YouTube that I have been getting some hair care tips from. I'm going to leave their information also in the description box because, yeah, I got a lot of knowledge from several different women, but these women, their hair game is on point. They have inches, they have like waist length, natural hair. And I think that's pure black girl magic, and that's my goal at some point to get there. So as I said, I'm gonna leave those ladies their description, their contact in the description box below, so you can guys can also go and click over to their channel. If you're liking this little very simple little thing I'm doing here, it's just a very bronzy eye, but I got this little idea from a girlfriend of mine that I went to school with. Her name is Alicia. Her YouTube channel is Alicia Jacquette. Really, really good. And I'm just going to drop her link in the description box below so you guys can go and give her a hit up. So I want to thank you. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're on my Facebook, don't forget to look out for my live in a couple of hours. Me cooking. Yep, I'm doing some food today on Facebook. So remember to click over there to go and watch that live. See you guys later.